Okay, so since the last video I've been collecting all the parts that we need for building up the Mount Shasta. You'll notice that we are not going to be keeping the original bottom bracket because I'm going with a 1x system. Got these Shimano Z cranks, M640s. I'm going to be running the original Shimano Z 36 tooth chainring with those, and also a Hollowtech 2 bottom bracket, obviously. So that's what we're going to be running up front, and we'll be running a 1x10 system. So that will include this Dior 10 speed with clutch, long cage rear mech. That'll be going on, so that'll be included with that. And we've also got a Dior 10 speed shifter pod. So that's our drivetrain. Now I don't have a 10 speed chain, just don't have one knocking around, but I do have a second hand 11 speed chain. Not sure what the make is on this one. I think it's a KMC, yeah, KMC. So that'll be going on as well. Pop that down there. So we've got KMC chain, 11 speed, and rear derailleur. We've got 10 speed 11 to 42 sun race, so that'll be going on too. So that's our drivetrain sorted. We've got all the pieces we need for that. Moving on from that then, so let's just move all those out of the way. Get rid of all that. So up front we are changing the stem. We're going for this one, which gives us a bit more height and a bit more reach. This is an old 1990 GT stem. It was black, but it was really rusty. You can see the pitting there from the rust on the top. So it's all been rubbed back by hand. I like the way you can see the brazing there, and obviously the GT logo stands out a bit more now on that as well. If we can get that to focus, come on, focus. There you go. So that's all been rubbed back by hand and then clear coated. And the reason I wanted to run that stem, well, there's twofold really. First of all, the other stem was just too short. Not just too short. It had a separate cable guide, and I like the fact that this one's got the integrated cable guide for the front brake. And second of all, because of the bars I'm going to be running, so with the bars we're running, we need that little bit of extra reach because of how much back sweep we've got going on. So I'll just show you those. So pop that down. Somewhere safe where it's not going to get damaged. So these are the bars. Oh, I'll try not to drop them. There you go. So those are the bars that we'll be fitting. They are a chromed steel finish. They are unbranded. Got these from Ideal Bikes and Boards, which is a bike shop in Newquay that deal predominantly with retro old stuff. So I picked those up for just £5, so they'll go nicely on the bike. So I'm looking forward to fitting those. Brakes wise, we have got. I've got to put them all back together because I took them apart to clean and polish them. So we've got these lovely Shimano DX cantilever brakes, so they're going to fit quite nicely onto the bike. I think these are BRM 650s. Got all the parts to put those back together. Brake levers or levers, depending on where you're from. So we've got a pair of Diacomp Power Control 11s, in pretty good condition. A bit rusty on the old bolt heads, but we can clean that up. But the actual lever bodies themselves, quite tidy. And these are the ones with the lighter lever blades. There were some where the lever blades were a lot heavy, but as you can see, these have been, I don't know if it's machined out or cast, or the way they're cast, I don't know, but they've got that gap in the back. So yeah, so those are in pretty good condition. Bit of wear here and there, but nothing too bad. So those are our levers. Let's show you the wheels now. So wheels, we're going to be saving a lot of weight on these wheels actually. So we've got, these are Cannondale Coda 700, well that's what it says on the hubs, 32 spoke, and then on the rims, DT spokes, and on the rims it just says Coda Performance there. The actual hubs themselves are made by Sachs according to the seals. If you focus on that. So they're made by Sachs. Not sure who makes the rims. Do have some markings there, but no manufacturer's name or anything. So yeah, all black stealthy wheels. I've serviced them already. There's the rear one. We have lost the decal off the rear hub, unfortunately. But they'll take the 10-speed cassette, no problem. And they are, like I say, significantly lighter than what was already on there. So yeah, I've serviced the hubs, the bearings are fine, wheels are relatively straight. We will check them once we get them actually in the bike. Just give them a little tune up maybe. Spokes feel like they've got good tension on them. So those are the wheels. We are running tubes, not tubeless, so and that's because the tyres we're running are not tubeless. We've got some, I've got to clean these up. We've got some Kenda, I think these are small block 8s I believe, and this is quite a big tyre. We've got 2.35, so looking at the frame I think they'll fit. I think the fork's no problem. I think it'll be a bit tight on the rear end if you like, but I do think they'll go because they've only got small tread block pattern. Come here. Oh, these tyres are a nightmare. Okay, yeah, so Kenda, small block 8, dual tread compound, folding bead, John Tomac signature series. So that's quite cool in just in itself. They're Johnny T tyres. They have got some micro cracking around the edges, which only really becomes obvious once they're inflated. But yeah, those tyres will do for me. For what I'm going to use it for anyway. They're good enough for who, I was going to say for who they're for, but we know who says that. They're good enough anyway, those tyres. What else? Oh yeah, seat post. So it did have a chrome steel seat post in that weighed about the same as the Moon. We've got this alloy one from Calin, 26.0. Bit of wear on it, but it's in pretty good condition, and obviously an upgrade on what was there before, so that'll go in. And on top of that, saddle wise, I'm torn really between comfort and what looks like it should suit. So here we've got, it's branded on the back as a San Marco Bioactive Human Comfort. For some reason on this corner it says bootleg. I don't know if that's the model, but then on the front I'm pretty sure that's some sort of road bike logo, maybe Chinelli or something. So I'm not really sure if that's going to be the right sort of saddle for this bike. Age wise, it's not that old by the looks of it. 2009, even 2014, so not old at all. But it looks kind of old. So it's either that, or I might just go with the charge spoon, just because I know that I'm comfortable with those. So pedals wise, we've got these DMR flat pedals. These are the plastic ones. I think the V6 is it. They're not serviceable at all. Basically though, I have given them as much of a service as you can. So what I did, took the end caps out, filled them up with grease, put them back on, and all that will do, they're pretty tight still. They don't feel like they've had much wear, but as they get older and the bushings are dry, obviously they start to creak. So hopefully that grease will work its way in there and stop that from happening. So we've got those to go on. Anything else? I think that's about it really for now. We've got a little Hope Seep quick release lever. I don't have matching wheel ones for that. I think we've just got some black and silver Dior ones for the wheels. Can't find them at the moment, but yeah. So that's basically it, obviously, and we'll recycle cables wherever we can as well. So this is how the Mount Shasta currently looks. See if we can zoom out, that would be helpful. Not really. Okay, so yeah, we got the bottom bracket out. That Shimano UN10 thing, I did end up literally cutting the plastic cups straight down, cut them out, and then just popped what was left of them out, hammered the rest of the bottom bracket straight through once I'd cut all the flanges off the cups. That was no problem. Did get the threads chased just to make sure that we can get another bottom bracket in there easily, and again had that done by the guys over in Nukia Ideal. Again, wonderful service from them as usual. Oh, the other thing we've got is we are changing the headset as well. So we did have a really budget steel one. We are going to be going with the Shimano STX, which I've got knocking about. I do need to rebuild it. Yeah, it's missing its bearings at the moment, but once that's rebuilt and polished up and put in the frame, that'll be quite nice. So that's going on as well. So that's about it for now. Join me for when we actually build the thing. Grips wise, we've got, I guess they're foam. They're not, I don't know what they are. They're very comfy anyway and squishy. And I've got some old school original, if I can get it to focus, that'd be great. Come on, some Diatech, there we go, Diatech end caps. They're very nice, so I'll pop those in as well. That's about it for now guys, so I'll catch you soon when we get to building it. Cheers.